Hey everybody, Hellcrex here, and welcome to Mercenary Thoughts from the Inner Sphere, episode 213, I think it is. And today we're going to be talking about the 100-ton Berserker. Yes, it's a Berserker that carries around a big, hefty axe, and a lot of extra goodies and, well, high-tech equipment to try to keep it alive. Alright. The Berserker is a 100-ton mech. It is a 460. Doesn't have jump jets, but you know that would take 8 tons just to put jump jets on this thing. And it does have endo steel, which is good. So there's 5 tons that you're able to play with. And it does have a 400 XL engines. That's why it's a 4.6. And oh, did I say it's a 4.6? 8. Yeah, it's got mask. I'm not overly a big fan of mask. I'd rather, use, well, the triple strength myself. But, if you got mask, you can do that one turn boost of speed and hope that you don't roll snake eyes. And if you have my luck when it comes to using mask, the very first time you're ever going to use it, almost repeatedly, I roll snake eyes. I don't know what it is. It's like me and mask do not get along. So I can almost guarantee you're going to be screwing something up. And it does have 16 double heat sinks, so it can dissipate a lot of heat. That's 32. It carries around 296 points of armor of the 307 possible, so that's only 11 short. That's basically a half ton short. That's not overly a big issue when you get that high into the amount of armor you have. Now, it can take, basically, you can take a Gauss round into the rear center torso. Let's put it that way. Now, if you get hit in the rear with a clan PPC or a Gauss rifle on the right or left torso rear, yeah, it's punching through. But it can handle it on the front side. Actually, it can handle 2 of them, which is kind of nice. It's going to need it because it's going to be focused down pretty hard because everybody sees a big axe-wielding behemoth coming towards them at a high speed. Typically, my experience is they're all going to aim for it and try to kill it before it gets there, because the idea of getting hit with a 20-point axe hit, yeah, people are going to go look at it and go, I don't want that. Not at all. So, what does it carry around for weaponry? Well, obviously we said it has in the right arm a big giant honking axe, which is kind of cool. I personally like the melee mechs like this. They're specifically made with the capability of chopping somebody in the head, and taking their head off. It carries around in the left arm an ERPPC, which, that's good. It gives it some range to shoot out at a distance, even though it's 10 points damage. It has the heat sinks to handle that kind of thing. That's not a problem. Then it has 2 large pulse lasers in the right torso and left torso. So right there you're looking at, it has the capability of up to 10 hexes doing, a 9-point shot here, 9-point shot there. And I'm not necessarily a big fan of inner sphere large pulses or even inner sphere medium pulses, just from the fact that what they do is, well, the range sucks pretty much when it comes to compared to clan stuff, and the tonnage, it's sucking up a lot. I mean, personally, I'd rather run around with a large collection of medium lasers myself, or when you get the opportunity to get some ER medium lasers, throw those in. It's better weight savings when it comes to everything. Then you have the anti-missile system in the center torso with a ton of ammo. All right, so right in the middle torso without any case, you're sitting there with a ton of explosive ammo that could cause you some problems. Yeah, I know it's not a lot of damage that's going to be pumped out with that, but just one lucky snake eye rolled in there on the very first turn, and I have done it, and you hit something nice juicy in the center torso, and then, hey, you got a 1 in 12 shot. hitting that, and suddenly a big chunk of the center torso is missing, and possibly even causing the, you know, you got 2 pilot hits, and you got a chance for criticals elsewhere. You know, it's like, yeah, that's not good at all. Now, and then it carries around, which I do like this. It carries around the Guardian ECM in the right torso. I like Guardian ECM, just helps you with the potential missiles coming your direction, knocking down, you know, so they don't get to use that Artemis or, you know, that kind of fun stuff, tagging you. Then you have Mask in the left torso because, hey, you want to go fast, right? You want to get up to that boost of 8. All right, I understand the boost of 8 because if you want, you get close enough and you see your target and you engage the mask, you may need that extra 2 hex movement or 2-inch movement to get into range with the axe, and then you decide, yep, I'm going to use it, kicking it in gear for that one. I personally wouldn't use it for turn after turn because you're going to have problems. You're most likely going to shut down or cause yourself some damage, you know, when that fails. But overall, I have used the Berserker. I like the Berserker for what it can do, but not in the really in the configuration it has right now. I had played the one version that runs around with triple strength on it. And let me tell you, you get that thing hot and you get in close and you hit it with somebody with triple strength with an axe hit. Oh, they do not want, it's like, that's the first thing you always ask is like, does that thing got triple strength? Yes. And then everybody looks at you and go, and they all point at you and they go, guess where all the fire, and they try, you become a massive fire magnet. Everybody wants you dead before you even get in close enough, because 40-point axe hit, they don't want to see that. And a 40-point axe hit, even a 100-ton mech, it's going in, if you hit anywhere that's not the center torso that hasn't been hit before, typically it's going to go right through into the juicy parts of that mech. And they don't like that. I understand it. It is a terror weapon. Plain and simple. Even all the way down to that lowly hatchetman or axeman. You know, you get a hatchetman even into close range with that axe-wielding thing, and it chops things up. Get triple strength on that thing and heat it up. Oh, it's not fun at all. Any mech with triple strength, even doing a kick, it's not going to be fun. Now, typically how I ever use this mech is that you got to basically try to work your way around the corners, the edges, let the other big boys try to tank a lot of the damage as you sit there and bang away with that PPC, and as you slowly close. And then, like I said, when you get close enough, you see your target, and if it is within running range, don't worry about using the mask. But if it is within that little window where you need the mask for that one turn, kick the mask on, then fly forward and hope that you don't roll snake eyes, and then give that guy a nice hefty axe hit. That's pretty much how I use the Berserker, and over the years in the different configurations and conventions. Now, there are a few variants with this mech. You got the this was the A3, then you got the B3. This one, basically the 2 large pulses have been removed and replaced with 2 LRM-10s. So now you basically doubled your range. The potential damage is maybe a slightly better, but not necessarily. Typically, you're going to roll, your damage output will be slightly less, but you're going to be doing damage over a longer period of time. So by the time you did get close, you're not worrying about using those LRMs anyway, unless you're firing at something that's farther down range. And then for short range, it still has the hatchet. Then we get the C3 version. Now this is an interesting one I have used before. It uses the light fusion engine. That's 2 thumbs up. So no longer have to worry about losing a torso and dying immediately. It's going to take a little more effort upon your enemy to try to cause you problems. So you got the light fusion engine. All right, 2 thumbs up. Then we throw in a C3 network. The C3 variant removes both the large pulse lasers and one double heat sinks and replace it with 6, yes, you heard this, 6 ER medium lasers and a C3 slave. And removes the mask and replaces it with, yes, you heard it, well, 2 thumbs up, here comes the triple strength armor. So, yes, you don't mind this mech running a little hot. Now, the only thing I wish they would have put on this mech is maybe a couple small lasers so you can tweak your heat. You know, I always like, if I got a mech that has triple strength, I'd rather have a couple small lasers involved here, because then I can, you know, oh, I need to get wit at 9 exactly. Yeah, you can turn off heat sinks and everything, but sometimes having that small laser or 2 helps out too, you know. So now you got 6 ER medium lasers. That's a good amount of damage being put out at a good distance compared to the pulse lasers that you had before. So, but the damage output's a little greater too. There you go. And I do like that version. I've used that version and I did like it a lot. Then we have the D4. This one uses the endo steel. It still has a compact gyro. So we're talking a little bit farther down the line here. And it has the ECM suite. It retains the hatchet, the flamer. And, oh, did I mention it has a flamer in the head? Oh, yeah, it's got a flamer in the head. Just in case you need to cook some infantry. Yeah, that's the best thing about a flamer. You can heat an enemy mech up, or you can barbecue infantry if you want to. And then it has a triple strength, and then it replaces the other weapon. It does have a bombast laser and four, yes, you heard this, 4 clan ER medium lasers. So yes, they're acting like large lasers of the old style inner sphere, and then it has impact resistant armor. So this is get a little more high-tech bells and whistles. And I've never really been overly a fan of the bombast laser, just because how it kind of works. You got to figure out, you got to do a lot more thinking on how you want to make it work. It's not an autopilot type of weapon. You know, you got to think a little bit more with it. But, you know, to each is their own. Some people like it. But that is a D4 Berserker. Overall, this is a interesting mech. I do say it is a terror mech. You know, you see one of these things coming marching across the field, people are going to turn heads and go, I don't know if I want to face that thing off. Let's kill it before it gets near us. And in that case, if they're focusing all their fire on one mech, then all the other mechs possibly are going to get in and get closer. Now, the interesting thing about the Berserker is that, hey, make sure you're using as much cover and concealment. If you can get into heavy woods, go from heavy woods to heavy woods, or it is a fast-moving heavy mech. So make good use of that PPC, and then when you do get close, obviously you can fire all your 2 pulse lasers and your flamer and your anti-missile system if you want to. Or you can heat up if you like. It would run you, let's just put it this way, you're going to be pretty hot when you get in close with this thing. All right. Hope you guys like this, and like and subscribe, share with your friends, and we'll see you in the next one. Hellcorrects out.